Good morning, dear students. Today we discussed about this anti-helminthics categories of drugs. So before going our drug categories, we just refresh our different classes of helminthiasis. What are the different classes? And then next our learning object is the different classes of anti-helminthics drugs, their therapeutic uses, adverse reactions, contraindications. Then we summarize our class with what are the major challenges that facing for the development of novel anti-helminthics drugs and what's the need of this novel anti-helminthics categories of drugs. Okay, first we just go the introduction about this helminthiasis. What is helminthiasis? Helminthiasis is the worm infections. Usually this is a macroparasite disease. This affects animals, humans, and these parasite worms is we called as helminths. These are the numerous species of parasites. There are different categories like this tapeworm, roundworms, flukeworms. So these categories as nematoids like these roundworms, flatworms, trematodes, cystodes. They are the different categories of helminths. These are the worm parasites. These are the some common intestinal nematoid infections. This enterobiasis, there's the pinworm, threadworm infections, trichuriasis like this whipworm infections, ascariasis as roundworm infections, and cyclostomia, nectar is the hookworm infection, strongylosis. These are the some common intestinal nematoids infections. Mostly this the soil transmitted helminth infections. This mainly includes this the ascariasis, trichuriasis. These are the main affected categories. That is the most prevalent infections. They are mostly seen in the developing countries. So this helminthiasis is the prevalent globally. This is the 1/3 of world's populations is affected. Helminthiasis is usually more common in developing countries with poor personal and environmental hygienes. These parasites are usually developed in a GIT and some also live in tissues or their larval migrates into our tissues, and this usually enter to our body through this food, and this sometimes causing blood loss, injury to organs, intestinal or lymphatic obstructions. This helminthiasis is rarely fatal, but it's a major cause of ill health. So we move to this the anti-helminthics categories of drugs. What's the use of these anti-helminthics categories? This mainly used against infections with helminths or parasite worms. Those are affecting more than 2 billion people worldwide. These categories of drugs usually eradicate, either kill or expel infesting helminths. Okay, these are the different classes based on the parasite categories. Which parasite infections most suitable for which drug is most preferred, like that we categorize this the drugs that is mostly useful or preferred for nematoids are mostly benzimidazole derivatives, piperazine derivatives, and some miscellaneous categories drugs. Mostly this benzodiazepine derivatives like mebendazole and albendazole is most preferred, and piperazine derivatives like piperazine citrate, diethyl carbamazine citrate, miscellaneous is phenylpamide, ivermectin. These drugs are mostly suitable for these nematodes. Next category drugs like this niclosamide, this is the halogenated salicyl anilate compound category. These drugs are mostly suitable for the cystoid infections. And some of these drugs like this nitrothiazole derivative, this mostly this niraparib is mostly effective for this drugs for rheumatoids. Okay, next we move to the different drug categories. First category is benzimidazole derivative. Benzimidazole derivative is thiabendazole, mebendazole and albendazole. This mebendazole, this drug is a broad spectrum antihelminthics. This usually useful or this preferred for this roundworm, hookworm, pinworm infections and strongylosis infections. These drugs usually this eggs and larvae, this destroy these eggs and larval stages, and usually these dead parasites are slowly expelled from the gut over several days. So main anti-helminthic actions of this benzimidazole categories. This benzimidazole categories are albendazole, mebendazole and thiabendazole. So these categories of anti-helminthic drugs mainly binds to beta tubule of parasites with high affinity, and this also inhibits the synthesis of microtubules. These microtubules are essential for several metabolic processes in parasites. So this blocking this synthesis of microtubules, and this also inhibits the glucose uptakes of parasites. As the results, immobilization of parasites and death of parasite occurs. So these categories of drugs, this action on mainly binds the beta tubule of the parasites, and the second action on this mainly decrease the glucose uptakes in the parasites, and this inhibiting the synthesis of microtubules. So this results the parasite's death. Pharmacokinetics are mostly these drugs are poorly absorbed from gut, and this undergoes first pass metabolism. Is fatty foods usually enhances drug absorption. This mebendazole, this usually this available as brand is Mebax. This effective for this ascariasis and ankylostomiosis, 100 mg BD for 3 days. Other uses in case of trichuriasis, pinworm infections, intestinal capillariasis and teniasis. Main adverse effects are nausea, abdominal pain, diarrhea, albopsia, dizziness, granulocytopenia. Second drug of benzimidazole category is albendazole. Albendazole is the container of mebendazole, and this drug is a prodrug. What is prodrug? Prodrugs are this basically inert drug precursor. When this undergoes biotransformations or any enzymatic degradation, this forms the active metabolites, and this active metabolite shows the pharmacological action. So like this albendazole is a prodrug, and this produces the active metabolites. This active metabolite shows the good efficacy. Main pharmacokinetics action is fatty foods increases its absorptions. This available as chewable tablets and suspensions. Main therapeutic uses in case of trichuriasis, roundworm, hookworm and pinworm infections. Is also useful in case of tapeworm, trichinosis and strongylosis. For in treatment of neurocysticercosis, if we select this albendazole, so firstly glucocorticoid should be given before starting albendazole. This helps to prevent the immunological reactions to the dead parasites. For hydrated disease, this albendazole 400 mg twice daily for 4 weeks. When the cysts are removed by surgery, albendazole is more effective. For filariasis, usually this combination of albendazole with diethyl carbamazine, this another antihelminth, or is combined with ivermectin, is given a single dose. So what are the advantages if comparing to mebendazole? In benzimidazole category, albendazole is the most potent drug. What are the advantages? Is a prodrug, so these active metabolites are produced, and this shows the potent action comparing to mebendazole, and this effective in single dose, most effective for most of infections, most of parasite infections. This administered as single dose is effective one comparing to other benzimidazole categories. Adverse effects are nausea, vomiting, epigastric distress, and reversible albopicnia. These are the some adverse reactions. Main precautions and contraindications in case of hypersensitivity, cirrhosis of liver, and pregnant woman. Next come to this, the thiabendazole. Thiabendazole is another benzimidazole derivative. This shows the additional properties like anti-inflammatory, analgesic, and anti-pruritic actions. These drugs are mainly inhibits the development of eggs of worms and kills the larval migraines. And these drugs mainly show some serious side effects. This fetal Stephen-Johnson syndromes and irreversible liver failure, psychoneurotic symptoms. So due to these serious side effects, these drugs are not commonly used. Sometimes this used as an alternative to albendazole in strongylosis or cutaneous larval migraines. These are some notable adverse effects. This fever, diarrhea, vomiting, nausea, abdominal giddiness, anorexia. These are some common adverse reactions. In addition to this adverse reaction, this shows also some severe adverse reactions, neurotic syndromes, irreversible liver failure, fetal Stephen-Johnson syndrome. So this is not used commonly and is not used in children below 50 pregnancy. This drug should be avoided. Thiabendazole is only used in alternative in case of trichinosis and strongylosis. Next category drug is levomethasone. Levomethasone is an immunomodulating agent. It comes under the synthetic imidazole derivative. These drugs are highly effective in eradicating ascariasis and ankylostomiosis. This another actions on various cancers, autoimmune disease, chronic bronchial bacterial infections, hepatitis. All these are under investigation. What are the anti-helminthic actions of this drug? Levomethasone is the anti-helminthic action. This drug mainly causes the neuromuscular paralyzing of depolarizing, and so this causes the peristalsis of worms. So as the result, worms are eliminated. Main adverse reactions are epigastric discomfort, nausea, dizziness, drowsiness, insomnia, weakness. Next important category drug is niclosamide. This niclosamide, this drug is mostly effective against most forms of tapeworm infections. And this niclosamide is also used as an alternative drug in case of intestinal fluke infestations. A laxative should be administered earlier to oral administrations of niclosamide. These are some adverse reactions: abdominal discomfort, pruritus, rashes. Main precautions and contraindications is alcohol consumption should be avoided on the day and 1 day after treatment. Niclosamide mostly effective in case of teniasis. This effective in all forms of tapeworm infections. Usually this administered this the 0.5 to 2 gram is the required dosage. Is also useful in its Escherichia infestations. And the most important drug is diethyl carbamazine. This drug is mainly useful in case of filariasis and tropical eosinophilia. This is also used as in prophylaxis for filariasis. This hetrazine is a most commonly used brand. What are the anti-helminthic action of diethyl carbamazine? These drugs usually shows the dual action. That is, this causes the hyperpolarization and is also alter the surface membrane of microflora. When this causes the hyperpolarization action, this decrease the muscular activities of parasites and is altering the surface membrane of microflora. As the result, this easily destroyed by the host defense cell. So this results the immobilization or death of parasite. Okay, this usually useful in case of tropical eosinophilia and filariasis. Main adverse reactions are skin rashes, nausea, vomiting, anorexia, dizziness, urticaria, fatigue, headache. Next come to the another anti-helminthis, this ivermectin. This ivermectin, this effective in most of nematodes. This drug is mainly obtained from the Streptomyces ivermectils, and this effective in case of Ascariasis lumbricoides, lymphatic filariasis, strongylosis, onchocerciasis, cutaneous larval migraine, scabies. Is anti-helminthic action. This drug mainly binds to the glutamated gated chloride channel. That is, this mainly binds to the GABA receptors and is increase the GABA activity in the nerves of nematodes. So this results the increase the permeability of chloride ions, and this results the hyperpolarization of neuronal membrane. So this causes the paralysis of worms. So finally this results the parasite's death. And ivermectin should not be used with other drugs that influence GABA activities like this benzodiazepines, valproic acid. Main contraindications in case of pregnancy and meningitis, and the drugs should be avoided like this benzodiazepines, barbiturates, because all these drugs are activating the GABA receptor. So this potentiate the GABA's activity. So it should not be administered. Adverse reactions are nausea, vomiting, abdominal pain, constipations, and fatigue. Main uses in case of onchocerciasis, scabies, strongylosis, intestinal nematode infections, enterobiosis. Next come to this, the piperacin citrate. This piperacin citrate is another important drug. These drugs are mainly effective in case of roundworm, pinworm infestations. And from this anti-helminthic category, this piperacin citrate, this anti-helminthic is safer in pregnancy. What is the anti-helminthic action? Anti-helminthic action, these drugs competitively blocks the action of acetylcholine. So this results the decreasing the contractions of the worms, and this results the flaccid paralysis, and so these worms are expelled through the gut by peristalsis. Is the anti-helminthic action. Main precautions and contraindications is impaired renal or hepatic functions, epilepsy, and chronic neurological disorders. This is mainly used in case of ascariasis and enterobiosis. Another important drug is as the pentelpamide. This anti-helminthic is most effective in case of roundworm, hookworm, and pinworm infestations. Oxandrolpamide, this drug is also effective in trichuriasis infections. What is the anti-helminthic action of pentelpamide? This drug is mainly stimulates the nicotinic cholinergic receptors in the worms. So this results the persistent depolarization, and this causes the spastic paralysis of worms. So this causes the immobilization or death of parasite. What are the adverse reactions? Abdominal pain, headache and rashes. Weakness, dizziness. This piperazine mainly causes hyperpolarization and flaccid paralysis. The main antihelminthic action of piperazine, hyperpolarization and flaccid paralysis. So its antagonist the action of pentalpamode. So this piperazine mainly antagonists the antihelminthic action of pentalpamode. Praziquantel, this drug is effective against all schistosomiasis, stematodes, cystoids, cysticercosis and their larval forms. What are the antihelminthic action? Is praziquantel. These drugs mainly increase the cell membrane permeability to calcium. So this contraction followed by paralysis, and so these worms are expelled. Mainly effective in case of neurocysticercosis, Nana infections, teniasis. These are some adverse reactions: GI disturbances, dizziness, drowsiness, headache, rashes, myalgia, arthralgias. Contraindications mainly in ocular cysticercosis. Nirotazole, this drug is effective in all forms of schistosomiasis. Main antihelminthic action, this usually increase the rate of glycogen utilization and this inhibit the exogenous uptake of glycogen, and these antihelminthics mainly interfere the reproductive system of helminths. These are some adverse reactions: vomiting, nausea, anorexia, abdominal pain, discoloration of urine with unpleasant musty odor. Main contraindications in cardiac, liver and neuropsychiatric disorders. So now we summarize the important helminths and their preferred drug of choice. In case of roundworm, hookworm, threadworm infections, most effective benzimidazole categories of drugs like this: albendazole, mebendazole, and pentalpamode is also effective. Alternatives are piperazine, levamisole, ivermectin. So these are the important drugs. For filariasis, first drug of choice is diethyl carbamazine and ivermectin. Alternatively, we can administrate albendazole. And tapeworm infections, niclosamide is most effective for all forms of tapeworm infections. For hydrated disease, the most preferred one is albendazole. So in benzimidazole category, most potent drug is albendazole, and for filariasis, diethyl carbamazine, and for all forms of tapeworm infections, niclosamide is most effective one. Other important drugs are pentalpamode, ivermectin, levamisole. These are the other important drugs. Now we come to the what's the importance of novel drug development. We are now we discussed all different categories of antihelminthic drugs, and what are the main challenges this existing drugs facing. That's the development of drug resistant is the major problem, and side effects, lack of efficacy, cost effectiveness. All these things drive the need for new classes of antihelminthic categories. But this new category drug synthesis facing most of these challenges, like mostly this the safety profile is the most important challenges. Another is the economical challenges, and so many factors like this pharmacokinetics factors, and this efficacy, and find out the source. Mostly nowadays from try to synthesize from natural sources. So these are the some challenges facing for the development of newer drugs. So we need the new class of antihelminthics because of the existing drugs, drug resistance, side effects, lack of efficacy, cost effectiveness. But despite this need, only 3 new drug classes have reached the animal market since 2000. So that much of challenges is facing for the preparing newer classes of antihelminthic drugs. Okay, these are the some assignments. What are the drug of choice for filariasis, and can be administered pentelpamate and piperazine together? Justify your answer. Write down the important advantages of albendazole over mebendazole. Then write down the antihelminthic action of diethyl carbamazine. Okay, thank you.